that we are the internet company, because some companies tend firstly to open as offline business. They recruit some employees, but we launched online. At that time, there was a different project, SWIC project, to support our strategic partner, innovative transport technologies. But the employees were recruited online. And I remember a movie called Pirates of the Silicon Valley, which features the establishment of Google, Apple, and in the beginning of that film, there is a presentation of all the software, computer technologies, and hardware, and one of the speakers said that there would be a time when the companies will work online, sales will be online, and employees will be recruited online. And we are at the beginning of this. Please watch this movie if you haven't seen it before, and maybe today, Nika, can you hear me? So maybe today we can broadcast this movie, Pirates of the Silicon Valley, about Bill Gates and Apple's founder. So it was 1978, and this time passed, and we are one of the few companies which was launched fully on internet on the 1st of October, and we saw our employees in person only 6 months after. And actually, I started everything from scratch, following these designs. So I see my presentation uploaded, perfect. And dear friends, don't you see that I'm busy? Do you want to hear to me? Do you want to listen to me? Well, the kids are willing to listen to me as well. I will tell you everything afterwards. Please take a seat on the sofa. 4.5 years ago, I met this person. At that time, this person worked in a very reputable financial company, and she earned quite a decent earning, quite good earning. And actually, initially, she said that I would never be in multi-level network business. And it's not my business, but today this person is not only a president of the company and is the member of the presidential council, but actually is the chairperson of the presidential council. And a bit later, I will invite you to get connected. But first of all, I would like us to understand how our meeting will be structured, because the initial goal was to make the presentation, but since there were a lot of people that joined us as the year-end report, a presentation to hear our results and findings of the month, and I started this survey. So please highlight whether you are the first time joining us, the second and the third times, or you are our regular watcher and visitor, because most of you have already seen this presentation, and yesterday we had a chat. And actually, I believe in case we have only one person needing this, so we will deliver the presentation and we'll share the news. So please be patient. This webinar will last within another 4 hours, because by the 30th of March, there will be the anniversary of the crypto unit. I will tell you what we would like to do within this short time ahead to this anniversary. So I will share the latest news, and the end of the month webinar will be prepared and delivered by the members of the Presidential Council, because we have very ambitious goals ahead, and 6.2% of newbies, and I see only the results of the Russian-speaking chat. And what about other chats? Well, then I will stop this survey, dear friends. I stop this survey. And the second survey I would like to launch. Which experience do you have in multi-crowd business, multi-level marketing, multi-level business? No experience under 1 year, from 1 to 5 years, over 5 years experience. Great. Well, dear friends, I want to tell you the person who will start our today's meeting, and the motto for today's meeting is the person who is the chair of the Presidential Council. She is a young lady, a young girl, very ambitious. She does incredible things, and she is well known in Russian-speaking, English-speaking countries, and she is expected to come to many countries. She is our Mila Serdukova. And actually, she is Lyudmila Serdukova for full, and for short, she is Mila. And actually, she was announced Lyudmila Serdukova as being late, but actually, it turned out that they were quite late. Our steamer actually was waiting for Mila and someone else to come, and then I realized that she is our Mila.
Thanks a lot, Andrei, for introduction.
And now I would like to introduce our legend of our company. Her career from a starter, from a starting receiver of our courses, a client who joined to study and then develop investment portfolio. Then she joined some entrepreneurship business and then transformed it into a serious business. And now she is the chairperson of the Presidential Council. She is Mila Serdukova. Today she will speak English and I will listen to her in Russian. So Mila, I am passing the floor to you. After Mila, I will follow Mila, then Igor Romanenko, and again me. In the end, there are some good news to share, some plans to share with you, and questions and answers session. Mila, the floor is yours.
Thanks a lot, Andrei, for such a nice introduction. It's a pleasure being here, guys. Can you please put a plus if you can see me and if you can hear me well? I have English room on my computer, and I have Russian room in my telephone. Okay, can you please check in Russian room? They said there is no, my voice is not coming. Okay, we have some challenge with the translation. Okay, we're asking for extra 5 minutes to get translation done, okay? So let's just be patient for extra 5 minutes. Once translation is done, we will start the second part, okay? I can see that in English speaking room, everybody can see me, hear me very well. Awesome. Okay. Okay, yeah, guys, I understand that we have some challenges with the Russian-speaking room. Let me just double check with our translation department what's going on. Can we please, Nikolai, can we please put maybe some video about new economic evolution of the world while we try to fix sound? Okay. Николай, можете поставить видеоролик новой экономики?
Can you put a video, New Economic Evolution of the World?
Смотрите, надо переводить меня. В этой комнате я говорю на английском, но Мирополис не получает перевода на русский язык. Я здесь говорю на английском.
So in this chat I speak English.
Не надо мне переводить, это я говорю переводчикам вам, ребят. То есть я говорю здесь, в этой комнате на английском, а вы переводите меня в Мирополисе, потому что в Мирополисе они не слышат, что когда я говорю на английском, вы им не переводите.
Нет, она говорит, что она слышит меня, не идет. На, проверяй.
Надень.
Она говорит про Мирополис, что надо как-то сделать в Мирополисе.
Да, Денис, смотри, переводите меня в Мирополисе. Здесь я говорю на английском, а в Мирополисе звука перевода не идет, то есть они меня не слышат. То есть перевод не идет в Мирополисе. В Мирополисе надо на русском вам говорить, меня переводить. Понятно теперь? Я переключаюсь тогда в свой режим, делаем презентацию. Вы можете в Мирополисе переводить? Okay, guys. So can you please confirm that now you can hear me very well in Russian, please? Okay, perfect. All right, well, we have a big company now. We have 4 translators working at the same time. English, Russian, Spanish, as well as Italian. So, of course, some technical issues are inevitable. But hey, the more frequently we do, the better we will become at it. So awesome, let's start. I'm very glad that you can hear me now well in English, in Russian, and I guess in other languages as well. Can you please put plus in the chat group if you can see my presentation slides as well? Or minus if you don't see presentation slides. Can you see my slides in English? Okay, in English you don't see my slides. Okay. Let's try again. I just restarted PowerPoint. Okay, can you see slides now? Can you please put plus if slides are visible? Awesome. Good job. Okay, so as we have some new people in this room, I would do the presentation as if this is the first presentation. So imagine yourself as being completely new member, that you have no idea who we are and what we do. You have no idea what is our business all about. Make sure that during the presentation you take some notes, and after the presentation we will have maybe like 5 or 10 minutes rebrief where I will just outline what are the most important components, specifically for those who are speakers. So you will have these slides afterwards, which already translated on many languages. But for this time, imagine that you are completely newbie and you have no idea who we are and what we do. Okay? Put plus if you're happy to play this role. 2 months. Awesome. Before we start the presentation, I would like to mention about our disclaimer. EIP, it's educational informational products. MCI, it's multi-level crowd investing. CRU is crypto unit, internal token points. STO, it means security token offering. Please pay attention that during this presentation, we will not provide you with any investment or finance advice. Whatever the information provided is there for you for the education purposes. If you wish to consider any further relationship with our company, please make sure that you do own due diligence wisely, and if you need, please consult with their local accountant or finance consultants if you need any further advice. Otherwise, we're happy to start today's presentation. My name is 𝘜𝘊 𝘒 I'm the chairman of the President Council. President, according to a new group of companies rank. I've been with the company for almost 4 years now, and during the 4 years I can see that the company has developed massively, and in my previous...
Russian speakers again don't hear anything.
Why they don't hear anything? So they're saying they can hear well.
Андрей Федорович только что сказал, что русскоговорящая комната ничего не слышит, но он не реагирует ни на мои вопросы, слышно или нет.
Слышно, слышно, пишет. Вот в русской комнате ставит десяточки, все слышно. Да, все нормально. Продолжаем. So I've been in the company for the 4 years, and before I start further, I would like to share with you my story. When I was 19 years old, I'm from a very small city in Estonia, Narva. I wanted to leave the small city. I wanted to conquer the world. I wanted to travel. I wanted to be part of some, big business. But being from very small city, from very small country, it was really difficult for me to unleash all my potential. It was very difficult for me to find a company which were able to satisfy all my requirements on being a global business. And I have decided to leave Estonia, and I decided to go to United Kingdom without having a proper knowledge about language, any knowledge about the culture. I just packed my stuff with my best friend, and we decided within 3 days to quit university in Estonia and fly all the way to London to seek a better life. Can you please put plus in the chat if you've ever been in a position where you wanted to do something meaningful in your life and you're ready to give up everything, you're ready to take all the chances just in order to try to catch this lucky bird, just to catch the opportunity to earn more, to be more, to become more. Same with me. At the age of 19, I realized myself living in a country where I know nothing, no language, no culture, and it was a big challenge. It was a big challenge for me because I have nobody in London at that time, and I remember how difficult it was, specifically at the beginning, to build myself, to build my career, to try to have this identity in such a massive city as London. But as time passed by, I managed to overcome through all the challenges. I get myself to University of the Business and Marketing, get a very good degree, and slowly but surely start looking into different business opportunities and been involved in very big corporations. But when I reached the second, space where I had a really good salary, I had a very good position. On that time, I was traveling all over the world. I actually realized that I wanted to have something more than just to have a good job. I wanted to not just work for money, but I wanted to add value to other people. I wanted to be part of the business which has a really meaning behind it. And the second time in my life, I made this crazy decision. I decided to quit my stable full-time job and went into nowhere. I decided to be a partner of the company, which on that time was just a startup. It was based on idea, and I liked this idea so much. So I was ready to give up my stability, give up my full-time job, give up good salary in order for me to try something new. And again, lots of people are in my life were against my choices. But if I look back at this 4 years ago, when I made this decision, I can really tell you that my life has changed big time. And the most difficult decisions which I ever make in my time, the outcome was that they added massive value, and these decisions made me who I am today. And without all these difficulties, I would never be able to be myself. I would never be able to become the person such I am today. So therefore, if you are also today maybe in a position where you have lots of uncertainty, where maybe you're not happy about your current situation, maybe you also wanted to be part of some global business, maybe you want to add value to others, or maybe you just want to help yourself and your family, then definitely this presentation is for you. You will be able to learn about a massive company which is today promoting the new economic evolution of the world mission. You would be able to learn about new business tools which will help you to create extra income stream for yourself and your family member. And I really wish that you also today will make this choice, and this decision will change your life for better, and not just you, but all people who surround you. Because all decisions which we made, which are the most difficult, these are decisions which really change our lives. So I hope you're ready for this journey. I hope you'll give me a plus if you want to learn about today projects which I'm just about to share. And put plus if you're excited. I hope you are, because I'm very excited to present in front of you. We have so many countries here, and I'm happy that we have this opportunity to stay connected today. So first of all, as you probably know, there is lots of books, include Robert Kiyosaki, where he proved that unfortunately today majority of the people, which is average workers, they don't have much opportunity to earn good money. Approximately 90% of the world wealth belong to 10% of the people. And unfortunately, 90% of the people are earning only 10% of the world wealth. And, you know, for that many reasons we can discuss why this is happening. And one of the good illustration is taken from the Robert Kiyosaki book, Rich Dad and Poor Dad, where he showed that there is a certain quadrant he called the quadrant, a cash flow quadrant, where he divided people into 4 groups. A workman, these are people who are having a job. These are people who work for somebody else. Majority of people think that this is the safe place to be, but unfortunately, this is most uncertainty, unsafe place to be. Because number one, you're not controlling if your boss decided to fire you, he can do this. You don't have any opportunity to grow massively in the company, because at the end of the day, in the corporate world, it's only one CEO. And you don't have a stability, even though you believe that to having a job, this is very stable decision. In fact, it is not. And people, a majority of the people today, they are working, and they come to understand that unless they are adding additional income stream, it's very hard to meet the ends. Second is entrepreneur. This will be the people who are working for themselves. Yes, they have a bit more freedom. They don't have a boss. They become the boss for themselves. But unfortunately, the income is very limited. Let's say if you're a hairdresser, you can do only certain amount of you can serve a certain amount of clients per day. If you want to earn more, it's very difficult to do, because you only have 12 hours per day to do your job. So as an entrepreneur, yes, you have more freedom. You work for yourself, you rely on yourself, but at the end of the day, you're very limited yourself in terms of how much money you can get from your work. The third is the businessman. Businessman is the person who organized the business. If you look at the Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook CEO, he is example of the great businessman, where he created the Facebook, but then he's not doing everything himself. He organized the company, and within this company has a certain organizational structure where people work for him. So as the businessman, that is where you have your freedom, time freedom, you have your movement freedom, you can have as many days and holidays off as you wish, you don't have a job to attend. And at the same time, as the businessman, you have opportunity to scale, to opportunity to earn more money, because it's not you who need to work hard to get the money, but you organize other people's work. And that's why if you look at their statistics, you would not find employee who become multimillionaire. It's very unlikely, but you will find lots of businessmen who become a millionaire. So therefore, if you look into have a really financial freedom, so you need to look at the right side of the quadrant, which is the businessman and of course investor. Investor, this is only part of the quadrant where not you working for money, but rather money works for you. And these two, businessman and investor, these are only routes to really success, and these are only routes where you can reach your financial goals. So therefore, our aim is get rid of this uncertainty, get rid of the instabilities in the country. We would like to provide with opportunity to grow. We want to provide with opportunity to have a better routes for business. We are looking for entrepreneurs. We are looking for people who really fed up of running this rat race, and people who had this entrepreneurship spirit, people who wanted to become free, who wanted to become their own boss. They want to learn about investment. They want to learn about how to organize the structures in the business, and they wanted to really to make the dreams reality. If you look at the global economical outline, in many countries we have exactly the same problems, which are again very linked with their economical situation today. There are lots of people who are losing the jobs. There is very big problems in environment arena. Every single year, inflation is increases in some countries. It's getting more and more difficult for people to earn the money and earn the good money, so they have some savings. In majorities of the country today, there are really difficult economical situation where government is not supporting or providing any initiatives. There are so many countries today where they replacing people labor with the robots. For example, if you go to their UK airports, you only see a few people there. You can just scan your passport and you can go through the gates. So the question is, where all these people will be going if they start losing the job? In India, Jet Airways, they went bankrupt a few months ago. More than 12,000 people lost the job. So the question is, where these people will go? And in Europe, as well as in UK, 300-year airline, Thomas Cook, they declared themselves a bankruptcy. More than 30,000 people lost their job. So the question is, where will these people go, and what will happen with the countries where people start losing the jobs? You know, I can tell you what happened. And this is what the beginning of the revolution, where people have uncertainty, where people have a fear that they don't have security for tomorrow anymore. And that's why all these, fights and turnovers are happening, because people feel insecurity and stability. But we here on this presentation, we are not talking about just the problems. We know what the problems are, but let's talk rather about what will be a solution for this problem. And solution, what we see, it's called New Economic Evolution of the World, or we call it NEHANH. New Economic Evolution of the World is idea which is born out of how this idea was born with the mission of provided the global wealth distribution, provided opportunity for people to have a safety and security. And when we're going to build the new economic evolution of the world, our aim is to provide people with education, provide people with the opportunity to become co-owners of the local assets. And of course, idea of new economic evolution of the world is to provide with the people opportunity to add additional income stream through the business. And only when this wealth distribution will happen in equally, where we also will make a middle and low class to raise above. Only then we will have a stability in our economy. Only then we would be able to have the world full of people who have dreams, who wanted to flourish, people who promoting the business which add massive value, people who live in prosperity and happiness. And all this will happen with the new economic evolution of the world. So the person who created this idea, his name is Andrei Khavratov. He is the CEO of the new group of companies. He is the author and the CEO of the Academy of Private Investor. He is the great businessman. Through his life, he's been involved in so many different businesses, traditional business, investment business, a multi-level business. And wherever he goes, his motto was to become the best, to learn all the best tools. And through his experience, he evolves. An idea of new economic evolution of the world was born, where he really sees the opportunity in today's environment to create the better life for people, not just in the future, but today. And Andrei Khavratov, being a professional investor and businessman with all his skills, he has the strategies how and when this will happen. And you've been part of this webinar already tells me that you already are the part of the new economic evolution of the world. If you look at the one of the description, he's master of dreams realization. What does it mean? Andrei Khavratov has a very unique gift. The people who liaison with him, people who build in the business with him, or who the partners, all their dreams become a reality. He has this, the magic around him, where whatever the business he touch, it's almost like a turn to the gold. But it's not just himself who doing this. All the people who working together in our organization, each of these people added a massive value. All of these people who we have today in a group of companies and NHANH are the people who have, hearts full of love, hearts full of passion about this project. And all together, we are building new economic evolution of the world. Last week, on November 14, Andrei Khavratov have received very honorable awards. In Russia, there is a book called Hundreds of People of Our Millennium. It's like encyclopedia where top 100 people, the names, the pictures, the businesses are written in this book. And these are people who added massive value to the Russian history, to the includes Vladimir Putin. There are people who are very famous actors, very famous businessmen. These are people who actually outstanding leaders in Russia. And Andrei Khavratov is one of them. If you haven't seen this book yet, please ask the person who invited you to this webinar so he or she can share with you this book. We have them in our offices, and you would be able to find Andrei Khavratov picture over there with the description. This is such a great honor. This is not something which you can just apply, got it. Only people who added massive value to the country level, to the global level, have been put on this book. So I'm very proud of having Andrei as well listed on this book. Going further, in order for us to build the new economic evolution of the world, we have three main principles. So we call them three pillars, where we can emphasize through the education, through the co-ownership, and through the business. And bringing all these three components together, only then we can build a new economic evolution of the world. Let's start with the first, education. If you look at their education, our company, we have provided lots of courses which are designed for the purpose of providing financial and investment education. In 2011, Andrei Khavratov have established Academy of Private Investor Company with the purpose of providing online trainings and courses for the financial investment literacy. And the courses were in Russian language. It was for Russian-speaking audience. And within the almost 7 years of the business, Andrei had had more than 100,000 people in his academy, and these are people who wanted to become professional investors. These are people who wanted to learn the secrets about financial and investment wealth. When we talk about Academy of Private Investor in our business, we mean educational courses. There's lots of I guess, education you can find online where there are some companies who only based on selling specific, let's say, trading courses or how to become rich. I don't know, creating some additional income stream, but you will never find the company which combined all investment segments together in one. You will not find a company where we not teach you how to use one tool, but rather we start teaching you what is investment in investing means. Our courses, which we have provided, they're full of practical disciplines as well, whereby you can learn the secrets how to become a professional investor. And professional investor comes from not just learning the courses, but also the taking the actions. And what you can see now on your screen, these are the basics rule of the private investor. We call them 8 rules of private investor. If you learn only this bit, trust me, you would be able to reach your goal massively. They are very simple rules, but yet these are the rules. If you break, you will not make it. And if you look at the history of the most successful investors, most successful entrepreneurs, they are following these principles. They are following these simple rules. And if you will slowly start following yourself, you will see how you will understand better in much more detail about the investment world. And today in our company, we have created few instruments which will be able to help you to test your financial and investment knowledge. Among yourself, how many of you have ever played the Genius of Finance business stimulator game? Can you please put a plus if you play this game, or minus if you didn't play the game at all? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I can see some of you have, and we have lots of people who didn't play. Then for you, definitely take the note, Genius of Finance game. Ask the person who introduced you to this webinar, when is the next game in your city? This game is very unique instrument. This game can be played with the person who has no clue about investment or the person who's professional investor. I play this game so many times with the different people with different mindset and different financial situations. And I can tell you that this game can really help you a lot in your self-development. By playing this game, you will be able to understand where you are today in your financial and investment situation, and the most importantly, why. This game is the ideal instrument if you wanted to become a professional investor, but you're still not sure how to invest. You're still not sure maybe about terminology. You're still maybe not sure about what tactics to use. You can play this game few times and you can learn a lot about investment and financial world. You can learn a lot about communication skills and teamwork. And of course, this game will help you to generate so many ideas. You have lots of fun. And every single time when we play this game, we have amazing, big smiles on people's faces. And every single time when this game is finishing, people feel like, well, now I'm ready. I want to try to then go to the real life. I want to play this game and the real situation. So this game was created by Andrei Havratov and Antonina Kianovskaya. She's the head of education department, and she's the one who put all her knowledge together with Andrei about investment, about finance. This game is something sort of the combination of monopoly, combination of cash flow game, which will help you to I learn today world realities by playing the game. And we also have this game translated in a few languages. And for the past few years, been organizing different tournaments. The last tournaments which we had was in Russia, in Moscow. You can see that we organized there multi-languageal games, different tables. We had people from all over the world coming to play this tournament. And we have people from Russia, India, Italy, Australia, different level people. And of course, each of these tables, they have own rules on on financial statuses. And what I like about this game specifically, that people who play this game, if you look at before and after, the after part is amazing. I know the guy, after the game, this guy in India, after the game, he started looking for different investment and business opportunities. And because of the game, he actually learned where he can also invest in India. I know the guy in UK, he after this game start looking into the business side from our company. And today he is one of the very big leaders in UK. I noticed so many people around the world who are very keen to learn something new. And today we have these instruments in our company. That's why we promote education, as education is the key to success. Let's have a look at the short video about Genius of Finance. I'm sure you will love it.
The training game Genius of Finance is a new revelation in business training. In a short time, the training has become popular in more than 20 countries of the world. It received the approval of a huge number of business trainers, mentors, and coaches. What is the reason for its effectiveness? Knowledge does not bring success, only experience gives the result. Under the guidance of an experienced presenter, in the form of a game, you simulate the event.
И эта игра, она создает
Тренинг «Игровение финансов» – это новое откровение в бизнес-обучении. За короткое время тренинг стал популярным более чем в 20 странах мира. Получил одобрение огромного количества бизнес-наставников, коучей и тренеров. В чем причина его эффективности? Вы смоделируете события реальной жизни, получите опыт в инвестировании, коммуникации, своей целью. В игре вы четко формулируете свою цель и прорабатываете стратегии ее достижения. Видение возможностей дает сверхрезультаты. Игра расширит границы, позволит замечать в жизни то, что раньше было скрыто. Самый эффективный на сегодняшний день бизнес-тренинг.
Организатор, обращаюсь к вам. Смотрите,
This is my call to you.
Денис, здесь, не переводи меня в этой комнате.
Хорошо.
Я на русском, чтобы меня слышали организаторы. Смотрите, ребят, когда я ставлю видео здесь на английском, вы в других комнатах ставьте на других языках. Не надо здесь ставить. У меня в презентации стоят англоязычные видео уже. То есть не останавливайте мою презентацию, чтобы переключиться на YouTube. То есть в каждой комнате пускай открывают видео на своем языке. Иначе у нас получается бардак. Хорошо? Sorry, I just explained that. So back to the English. I just explained to people who organize this room. So in this room, we will only play English-speaking videos, and in different rooms, they will have their own language videos. Because the video of Genius of Finance, I was not be able to kind of understand because it was overlap in a few languages. So here, English video, English language. Another room, like Russian language and Russian videos.
Events of real life.
Awesome. So before we go any further, can you please put plus in the chat if you would like to play the Genius of Finance in your city, in your region? So we can see how many people we have here who wanted to learn about financial strategies, investment strategies. Same in Russian group. Can you hear me guys well in Russian? Good. Wow, we have lots of people over the world, Indonesia, Australia, UK, Greece, Netherlands, Italy, India. Everybody wants to play this game. US, Oman. Wow. This is amazing. New Zealand. Well, guys, definitely we need to organize more of these games, more of these tournaments, because once people are playing it, they really understand how the finance, how investment works. And, you know, it's funny, the first few games, you might feel shy, you might feel like, you don't want to make any big investment choices. But as you play with the money, as you learn yourself, this millions all of a sudden become not a really big money. So it's an amazing instrument. And I advise you to, after this webinar, reach out to the person who invited you and ask where is next game in your city, in your region, and book yourself. You will love it. Also, apart from the Genius of Finance games, we have lots of educational packages in information in our company. And in fact, when you are registered in your back office, you will get an access to EIP, which is educational information package. And in this package, there are lots of information. We have lots of investment and financials, business topics, different courses which are there for you, designed to help you to understand better how to become a more professional investor, how to turn $1 into 1 million. What is the capitalization? What does it mean, the risks and liquidity? As soon as you learn all this knowledge, you will feel like you now know everything about investment. And that's where the tricky part comes, is to turn this knowledge into the practice. So number one, what I recommend is to go to back office if you're already registered in our company, and click on educational tab and start looking and learning all these courses which you have, because they will help you to understand much more detail about investment and finance world. We have lots of business and personal growth topics as well, which are there to design in order to help you to reach your dreams, to reach your goals. We talk about courses such as time management, such as 8 fundamentals, principles of wealth and success. We're talking about sources of additional income courses. And of course, we have personal coaching practices as well. And we have lots of webinars on a weekly, on a monthly basis, in so many countries in the different languages. So educational information packages is our core product. And without education, without having people who understand how this world works, it will be very difficult to build an economic evolution in the world. Let me ask you a tricky question. Would you like to win the lottery? Put the plus if you would like to win the lottery. Let's say win $1 million in lottery. Why not? Awesome. Okay, so somebody wants to win 25 million? Okay, good. Second question. Would you like to get the millions in inheritance? Like all of a sudden you wake up in the morning and you realize that somebody who you not even knew properly in life decided to leave you the properties, the money, decided to leave you with all assets, and you're the lucky one. Good. Why not as well? Probably you would like to, but let me share with you statistics, which when I learned the statistics, I actually was really shocked. According to the national lottery statistics, 95% of people who won the lottery within less than 5 years, they will become a bankrupt. Even on YouTube, you can find videos where, I don't remember what company was it, but they combine the lottery winners back to 1990s till today, how their life were before they win lottery, when they win the lottery, and after. And I was crying to see this video. So what I understood, and what I really want you to guys understand, that success and the wealth does not come from just winning lottery or receiving big money. More likely, 95% of people in these rooms who listen in these webinars, if you would win the lottery today, in less than 5 years, you will find yourself in even worse situation that you are before you win the lottery. Why? Because of the knowledge. If you don't know how to save and multiply $100, how would you save and multiply 1 million or 25 million? Yes, there is a saying, easy money comes easy and goes easy. This could be true, I don't know. But what I know for sure, if you don't have financial and investment education, it doesn't matter how much money you get, you will not be able to manage them properly. And if you win the millions or receive the millions, there is a very big chance that you will lose all this money. Not lose, you will spend. Majority of people, what they will do, they buy the house, they buy the car, they get the better, younger half, and who knows what else. So we know how to spend money. If you look at the traditional schooling system, they teach us to think. First, how to get a job. Second, how to spend money. Nobody in today in traditional